Welcome back, everybody, or welcome if you are new. Today we're in the 305 sprint cars at Williams Grove. This is something completely different than what I normally do. I was gonna run the UMPs at Weed Sport. Why is this car not turning? That makes no sense. I'm so confused right now. There we go. I was gonna run the UMPs at Weed Sport, but when I went to go race, there was only like 5 people registered, and that was not gonna be any fun, so I just didn't run it. I did not run the UMPs because there was nobody wanting to run them, and I don't know why. So I figure might as well jump in something different for the week. Sprint cars. It's only the 305s, but still, way out of my element. I feel somewhat quick from practice and everything. The fastest I've ran here is, I think it's 19.304, but that was also like 30 laps in to a run on like a pretty new track. That was an awful corner. My lap's not going to be very good, and then this lap's going to suffer too from that. That's not good. Yeah, we only ran a 7 there. I ran a 5:20 in practice. I'm hoping I can get back to that. The 2 car ran really fast though. Went in too shallow on that first lap. That was a much better 3 and 4. Try to stick right along the bottom. Ran a 5:90. Okay. Not too bad for how bad of a lap I had on the first lap. Like, my first lap was just so bad. Almost hit that inside wall. I thought I was going to, which would have really sucked, but I just would have gotten a good run in at least. But I've been good at running right along the bottom. Hopefully I can keep that up in the race, and I've been pretty quick in my practices, so I hope I can keep that up as well. Especially when the track was slicking off, I was still able to run the bottom in 1 and 2, and a lot of people were going up in 1 and 2, so I was gaining a lot of time there on people. But still got a few people left to qualify, so I'll pick it up when we're getting ready to go green. Alright, we stayed in second for qualifying, which is not that bad. It's just going to be scary going into turn 1. You really never want to be on the outside if the track's good on the inside going into turn 1 here. Also, just going into turn 1 on this track is terrifying in general. It looks like we're on the back stretch too. Why are we here? Oh no, we're on the front stretch. It just looks really odd because I don't see the flag stand, which I guess is straight to my left maybe, or my right, and I can't see it because of the wing. I don't know. But just got to be careful, turn 1, people diving in real hard, like to slide up a lot at Williams Grove. I only really ran these because they're at Williams Grove. If they were at like a big track, I probably wasn't going to run them because it's just full throttle in these things. This track you can actually let off, and you got a little bit more that you could do with it yourself. I have the wing all the way forward at 0. It seems to do the best for me. I don't really adjust it as we go because it just seems like it slows me down some. I don't really know a whole lot about the wing because I don't run these sprint cars hardly ever. So let me know if, like, what the reasoning is, if you guys know for the wing. Like, what's better or what's worse for certain tracks. I don't really know all that stuff. Like, I rarely run the sprint cars, but I actually feel pretty quick in it, surprisingly. I'm actually very surprised with how fast I've been so far. I've just tried to keep the car as straight as possible, not hit the walls, and just not get sideways, because you really, suffer in the corner if you get too sideways. Hopefully we can get a really good start here with the 2 car up front. I wish I wouldn't have messed up that first lap. I think that first lap was pretty good until I about hit that inside wall in 3 and 4. So it should be an interesting race starting up here, because it seems like the 2 and I are a good bit quicker than the rest of the field. So hopefully we'll have a pretty good race. When I was running practice and I was running by guys, I'm so not used to not being able to see out my right side, like where the cars are. And people were like going low off a corner and I didn't know that they were coming low. So I need to like be more wary about that, because they would like go in high, I would get in under them and stay right along the bottom, but then they would like have a diamond effect off and try to get a good run off the corner low and then come right across my nose. Watch this leader to go. Had a pretty good start. 3rd place, didn't get inside of us, which is nice. I'm happy about that, because running the outside in 1 and 2 definitely loses you some time, it seems like. In 3 and 4, you really just want to try to follow the grip. There's a lot of grip right along the bottom right now. 2 cars running a little higher than I am, which is interesting. It keeps the car a little straighter, I feel like. I let off a little bit going into the corners, trying to settle the car out, not get too sideways, and that's what seems to be working for me so far. I just want to try to hook the bottom and go as much as I can. That's what I've been doing, practicing and everything. Little sideways there in 1 and 2. Wasn't great. It's all about trying to be consistent in these things though too. That's the main thing. Because this track's going to really wear out. Because the big right rear tires like to wear out tracks a ton on sprint cars. Yeah, 2 cars running higher than I am. And getting a better run off these corners. Let's see what I can do about that. Like if I could follow him around like that. I'm not totally used to these cars on how close you can get them to the wall coming off a corner, because I'm so used to like the big body late models, and you're sitting on the left side in the late models and everything else pretty much, and these are sitting right in the middle of the car, so you can get a lot closer to the wall than I'm used to, like field of view wise. Just a whole different experience. But I don't mind the sprint cars, they're just not my kind of driving style, I feel like. But the new tires on the late models resemble a little bit more of the way these run a little bit, I feel like. Because you really got to try to keep the car straight, let off the gas. Try to just keep the car straight mainly. I'm running okay. Third place is actually sticking with us quite well. A lot better than his qualifying time said. They were basically running what his qualifying times were, like every lap. So he's just being very consistent. Trying to just follow what the 2 is doing for the most part and learn off of it. I think this is only like the second sprint car race I put on the channel, and I rarely run these anyways. Because I never really ran them before I started doing YouTube either. I mainly stuck to my late models. Just because that's what I'm comfortable in and that's what I like more. 2 cars getting way up there by the wall. I get scared coming off high off of 4. I've smacked it a couple times. Starting to get somewhat high in 1 and 2. I kind of want to start running the bottom in 1 and 2 again. This is only a 25 lap race as well. No cautions because it's a D-class race just like the limited late models. No cautions in those as well. Let's see if going low does anything for us. 2 cars probably gonna get a good run off these corners, so is the guy behind me, is 7. But I feel like I can make something happen down there. Like time-wise for my laps. Starting to get real high in 3 and 4 as well, but that's the faster way around this track, and just 3 and 4 is... you just have to follow it for the most part. Had a good run there, got away from the 7 a little bit. Like, it's not too much of a straightaway difference, but there's definitely a little bit. Oh, that was almost the wall. I thought I was going to hit that. And if you hit the wall in these things, it's real bad news because it's all open wheel. That's why I like the late models more as well. 7 car got a huge run. I wasn't going to block him there. Try to stick on the bottom as much as I can. Just not getting that run off of 4. Maybe going low on 1 and 2 wasn't the move, but there's still a grip down here. I'm just getting too sideways. Maybe that was a bad decision. I still like the high side in 3 and 4 for sure. That's definitely faster like I was saying. I still feel like the low side in 1 and 2 works. If you run it correctly. Getting too sideways going in is the problem. That was definitely better. But the 7 car was getting a real good run off the corners. I didn't want to come up and block them and us getting a wreck for no reason. A little bit too slow into that corner, I feel like. I let off way too much. But we got plenty of room behind us to experiment, so that's what I'm trying to do. Ooh, 7 got in the wall just barely. Thought he was gonna get it worse. Too sideways that time in this corner. Went in too low and it just slid up. You really have to like get the right turn in to run down there. But it seems like you want to get as much of a run down these straightaways as possible. Kind of like the limiteds in the way. Don't hit the wall. Oh, that was scary. Definitely had a good corner until I was about to smack that wall. It was super close. I'm just happy I'm like somewhat up front. Like, I'm kind of surprised by that, to say the least. I'm like keeping up with these guys for the most part. 2-car has pulled away a little bit from us. Oh, about pushed up way too hard there. Got a good run on the 7 there down that straightaway. He got a little sideways off that corner. Oh, that was almost that wall. Holy shit. I'm like getting real aggressive with 1 and 2, and it's about to kill me. That was almost real bad there. 7 car is definitely getting real loose.
Outside. Go outside. You're clear.
I try not to get on the brakes too much in these cars because it really kicks the car around a ton.
Outside.
Oh, that bottom might end up paying out for us. Had a really good 3 and 4 as well. Okay. That was nice. Got back to second. That's nice. Catching the leader a little bit, but I don't think I got the laps to get there. Got real aggressive in 3 and 4. I'm definitely catching them. Okay. That's working down there. Starting to hit my stride in 1 and 2 really well. You just got real low in 3 and 4 as well. Get a good run off. I'm catching him real quick, actually. I might have a shot at this on the last lap. Ooh, maybe before the last lap, actually. Going into the last lap. Oh, I fucked up that corner real bad. Fucked up it real bad. Ooh, we're gonna have a close race here. That is awesome. Oh, I had a good 3 and 4. Let's fucking go. I stole that win. Not really stole it. I somehow made that bottom work the last few laps. Holy shit. That's my first win in a sprint car.
Good work, everybody.
That was awesome. I really did not think I was gonna have a shot at that. I really messed up that 3 and 4 the lap before. What a race. I am very shocked by that. I got that to grip on the bottom. That's why I love Williams Grove. It really makes some good racing. I've had some great racing here in the past, so very happy about that. You could probably do a burnout in these as well, because sprint cars like to spin really easily. I am so shocked by that. Holy shit. I can't believe I got that. Nope, not gonna be able to do a burnout. I don't race these. I don't know if they can or not. I am happy about that, though. That is awesome. Can these things drive backwards on this track? I doubt it. Because the way the wing is and stuff. Yeah, no, it does not want to turn right at all. Nope, 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 not turning right. Let's go to the pits. That was awesome. I'm very happy about that. 'Cause that's my first ever win in a sprint car. I never raced sprint cars that much. Holy shit. That is awesome. I want to go back and watch those last few laps because that was kind of crazy. Holy crap. Thank you. Good race. That is fucking crazy. Because I made that bottom work. I was so far behind him. I was stuck behind the 7 for a while. I was getting real aggressive in 1 and 2. I about wrecked myself a few times, man. I about wrecked myself a few times. I just can't believe I got by him on that last corner. Like, it really stuck. I just turned in right in 3 and 4. The 7 car was getting so loose off of 4, and I was getting so aggressive down here. I thought I was gonna. Oh my, that was so close. Holy crap. That's about as close as you could cut that without hitting it. Holy shit. I almost clipped every tire there. How close is it from the rear? because that was so freaking close. That wasn't too close, wasn't too close. That was pretty close. That was about as close as you can get without wrecking. And I thought I was going to nail that thing. Holy shit. I was getting way too aggressive down there, and it was not a good corner there. I got that perfectly there at the end. Holy crap. That's what I was practicing, is like on a more worn out track. I got a good run here because he got really sideways. I can't believe I won my first ever sprint car race. That is awesome. Had a good 1 and 2 there. That was like perfect. That was exactly what I wanted. Didn't want to come up in front of him and wreck us. Had a good 3 and 4 here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, hooked up just right. Got away from him, and then slowly ran down the leader. Just lap after lap. I can't believe I caught him so fast as I was, because I knew the high side in 1 and 2 was slower when I was in practices, and like just the bottom worked for me. And right here, I about killed myself again. Jesus, I was getting so aggressive, and that just wasn't a good turn. And how close was I there to these tires and wall? I went in way too low. Like, I turned in way too early. Ooh, that was so close. That was so close. I had to come off the wall there. I thought I lost my chance at him there because he had so much momentum off the straightaway. I'm happy I didn't do that on the last lap. 1 and 2, ran that perfectly, just gripped the bottom so well, side by side down the back stretch. And then I just gripped 3 and 4 as well as I have the entire race. Like, that was amazing. You could see my throttle control, like, it's not too much. I let off a little bit, and I just let off a little bit, and then just kind of 3/4 to full. Once I know I have the grip, just try to keep the car straight down there when I have the grip, and I just pull it away from. I actually had a huge lead on him coming off of 4. That's crazy. 3/10. That is absolutely nuts. So that's my first ever sprint car win. I am super excited about that because I did not think I had a shot at that, especially when I fell back to, what was it, 3rd? Halfway through the race. I think I was just slower earlier in the race. What were the times? Like, I ran a 7 on the almost the last 2 laps, like the 23 and 25, and that was pretty much almost my fastest lap of the race besides lap 2. Like, these cars, granted, they like the less fuel. They run better on less fuel. So I think that's why I was able to get my fast laps there at the end too, once I gripped it right. But holy crap, like, this track changed dramatically compared to when we were up here. The 7 car actually ran really well. He qualified a couple tenths behind us, but he ran really well. He was pretty consistent there in the beginning. He ran way faster than his, like almost a half a tenth faster. And he just fell off with the track because he stayed up top with the 2. And I think most people stayed up top. It's scary running that bottom. It really is. You just have to run it right when it gets down there towards the end, and it worked. So, super happy about that. We're definitely gained some iRating out of this. I'm just super happy about that win. That is awesome. This is way out of my element because I never run sprint cars. So very happy about that. But let's go see what kind of iRating we end up getting out of this one. Alright, results are in. Strength of field was only 1800, but really I'm not a sprint car driver, so I'm kind of happy it was a lower strength of field, to be honest. But 2 car, yeah, he was 2900 iRating. I have 4000, so it's a huge jump there, but really I never run the sprint car, so I feel like I was like around a 2000 iRating with these guys anyways, so I feel like the strength of field was pretty good for my kind of skill level on the sprint cars. I got lucky with it, I guess. I know it was top split for sure, but only like 24 people registered, so there was 12 in each. Yeah, so good race. The 2 car had the fastest lap by way over a tenth on me. The 7 car ran faster than me in the beginning as well. I just had the better laps towards the end because that bottom really hooked up if you ran it right. You just had to not hit that wall, and I was so close to hitting that wall a few times, but super happy about that. We gained 35 iRating up to 4085. That is awesome. I really thought I was going to wreck myself a couple times there, and I don't know how I gripped it there in the last couple laps. The last like 5 laps, I did really well. Super happy about that. I led 1 lap, but that's all that mattered. I got the win, so very happy about that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the race. I might try to run sprint cars here and there every now and then, depending on what tracks they're on, because I just don't like the sprint cars too much, at least the 305s. The 410s, I don't think they have a fixed setup, to my knowledge. I know the super late models do, but I don't think the 410 sprints do. I think they're all open. So 305s would probably be the only ones I stick to, because I know the 360s have an open setup, just like the pro late models. They're basically the same. But I would, if they did add a 410 one, I'll have to look into that. Maybe I'll try that someday. I don't know. But sprint cars are not my thing. I'm just happy to get a win for the first time ever in these. That is awesome. I love Williams Grove. Always puts up some great racing because you could run the bottom once the track gets real worn out like this. It doesn't just become a one-lane track like a lot of tracks. So that's why I raced this. And also the UMPs didn't have anybody running it. It would have been very boring with like 5 of us, and I did not want to do that. So thank you to the UMP guys not running it, I guess, because I would have ran that over this, and that got changed. So that's awesome. So appreciate you guys for watching as always. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the race as much as I did. Maybe you guys even learned a little bit off of what I was doing, even though I don't know what I'm doing half that time because I'm just not a sprint car guy. Like I said, I had the wing forward the whole time, never changed that. I don't know if it has to do with like downforce or drag on the car with the sprint cars, if you have it forward or back. I just know if you move it back some, you have it's a little tighter, and you move it forward some, it's a little looser. But I think forward has a little bit more downforce or something like that, which I felt like would have been good for this track because of the long straightaways. But don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see some more racing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.